has been the most exciting interview I've had.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. If you've been rocking with me, I appreciate you. Today, we're going to discuss 5 ways to co-parent with a narcissist. Get ready. First, you have to study the behavioral patterns of a narcissist. If you've dealt with a narcissist, you know that they always make things difficult. They will take the simplest task like, hey, can I pick the kids up at 3:30? And they'll be like, well, why do you have to pick them up at 3:30? I'm not understanding. And you're like, well, they get out of school at 3:30, so I was thinking I could pick them up at 3:30. Well, you should have discussed that before because I didn't, yada, yada, yada. They make things very difficult. So you have to be very patient dealing with a narcissistic co-parent. Be very patient and be strategic. You have to always make sure that when you're dealing with them, when you have a situation, you make it, even though it may be benefiting you, make it seem as if it's benefiting them. So instead of saying, can I pick them up at 3:30, hit them with something like, hey, maybe it would be better for you if I pick the kids up at 3:30 today. Keep that in mind when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent. That's step one. Be patient and study behavior patterns. Two, I guess. Well, this is step number two, and it's very important. You have to be assertive, not aggressive with dealing with a narcissist because they are literally monsters. So you have to make sure that you're assertive when dealing with them and don't be afraid. Set boundaries with them. Let them know, listen, without getting irate or angry when they try to make you upset, basically count to 10, calm down, and let them know, excuse me, you did not have to say that to me like that. You could have said that to me in a better way. Do I yell at you? Do I misconstrue what you say? I don't do those things to you, so I would appreciate if you don't do that to me. So make sure you set boundaries and don't be afraid of the narcissist. That's the main thing because they smell blood. If they realize that you're afraid, they will take deep advantage of you. So don't ever let them do that. Set boundaries. The third step you should take when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent is to make sure that whatever communications you have, it's all about the kids. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care who you're doing it with. I don't care where you go. When I speak with you, it is all about the kids, their well-being, their emotional well-being, their psychological well-being. Put the children first. For a lot of us men, I admit it's hard to do that because a lot of times there's still an attachment or a certain feeling to this woman. Learn to let that go. You have to mature. Be mature in your own emotional and psychological reactions, but put the kids first. That's a main key when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent because whenever you have documents or things that you have to present, it's always about the kids. It's never, well, I saw you here or I saw you over there. You was twerking on the video. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Keep it all about the kids. Your job as a parent, especially my fellas out there, is to take care of the psychological and emotional effect having to do with your kid. Step four, when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent, you have to have a self-care routine. You have to go out with friends, go have a drink or two, go on a date, have a game night, have time when you are to yourself, not with your kids, not dealing with your ex. Go get a massage. Brothers, go get a haircut, you know, go for a walk, but always have a self-care routine. You need to take time for yourself. This is not just dealing with a narcissistic co-parent. This is something that's going to help you have a better overall life. Take it from somebody who's had to maintain and obtain a self-care routine. It's very important. It's vital to your mental health. Step five, when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent. This one ties into not being afraid. Use the law. Use the law to benefit yourself. For men, it's said, it's done, it's reality that the court system is not set up for us. I'm the first to admit that. I lost custody of my girls for 2 years. That's a story that I've shared with you all. It was horrible. I had an 8-year custody battle. So I admit that the court system is not set up for you. However, if you're just starting out in court or you're just starting out in a relationship, I can teach you and show you how to use the court system to your advantage. First of all, do not go back and forth with this woman, because if she comes to court with any evidence that you've called her out her name, that you've yelled at her, that you have abused her in any way, I mean the slightest way, the courts are going to side with the mother. So make sure that you do not allow yourself to be put in that position. That way, when you go to court and you show the courts, hey, I'm a hardworking man, I'm a loving father, I put my kids first in priority, I just want more time with my kids, or I want custody of my children. You have evidence to prove to the courts that you are a mature person, especially a black man. They don't want you, brother. Let me tell you who they not gonna help. Nah, y'all can't be doing this. You know, y'all doing wrong. They're my kids. Yeah, yeah. Nah, don't be, and she bet not, and y'all bet not. Brother, you will lose your kids so fast it will make your head swim. So please make sure you maintain your own emotional construct when dealing with the courts and dealing with your ex. All right, so in closing, let's recap. First thing we do is we have to study the behavior patterns of a narcissist and know how to deal with them, not going back and forth. The second thing we have to do when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent is set boundaries. That's very important. Strategically let them know how they will not treat you, but don't yell, don't react. The third step in dealing with a narcissistic co-parent is always keep it about the kids. As a parent, especially as fathers, you have to make sure that you're taking care of your child's psychological and emotional needs. Very important. Number 4, have a self-care routine. Enough said. Take time to do you. The last and final step is use the law. The law can be your friend. Even though it wasn't created and designated for us, when you keep showing them the red flags and you're putting it in their face, they have no choice but to see you for the parent that you are. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Man, support my Amazon store. Support me with stars on Facebook. Y'all help me build. I'm trying to build a community. Got some stuff going on, all right? Everybody have a wonderful day. Catch y'all in the next video. Listen to Lewis. All my dads out there, let's get it.
Well, this so far has been the most exciting interview I've had.